Well, I love Malaysia.
Is a soul and consciousness the same thing?
Who's to say you're in a matrix and you've always been alive?
So yes, embark.
I don't need a religion to be a good person, I guess. Do you think in your religion God loves you? It sounds like an abusive relationship.
Did you learn a lot about Islam?
So basically what I just said just now, I just tried to convert you.
Oh no.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our first Mindle podcast. So today, in today's episode, we are diving into the some perspective of life. For our topic is life after death. So we are thrilled to have a special guest on our today's first episode from across the board. Why you laughing? Go on. Okay. So I have to start over again.
But to be honest, we can keep it like this.
Oh really?
Yeah, people will find it funny. Why don't we just fuck things up and then people think it's funny?
Okay.
Yeah, because people aren't going to relate to it. So, yeah.
You don't need a script. You don't need a script, okay?
Fuck the script.
Alright, so we are thrilled.
Shall we just get into it?
Okay,
Let's just get into it.
We are thrilled to have our special guest today from across the border. Amy Waite.
Wait.
Sorry.
Amy Waite.
Got my name wrong.
Okay, Amy Waite.
Did you do your research?
Who are you again?
So disrespectful.
Right, okay. Sorry, Amy.
It's okay.
Hailing from London, UK. So, Amy, would you like to tell us about yourself first?
Yeah. So originally I'm from the north of England. So if you think Game of Thrones, Jon Snow, I'm from kind of that area. But I'm working in London at the minute because I'm working in visual effects and animation and be working on a Netflix project soon, which is exciting.
Netflix project,
But before then I thought I'd see my good friend Farhan and his friends and go on this podcast.
So, just so you know, we were all from the same uni back in Lincoln, and me and Amy, we were classmates. Amy, she was studying film production, but we were all living in the same area. We were basically housemates at one point.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so that's how we met. And it's been a while, and Amy just dropped by. She's also the media consultant.
Yeah.
She's
the media consultant of your company.
Yeah, she's the media consultant for the company. We talked about it, about the things that we discussed about what we wanted to talk in the podcast. And there's a few things that's really interesting from a Malaysian point of view, and also from a European or Western point of view of things. So the main topic of today would be life after death.
Yeah.
So I think it's quite interesting to discuss about this. I mean, I've been questioning a lot of stuff about supernatural, all those ghost stories and stuff. But I would like to know better about from the point of view Western people, and because we were born here, so we basically listen to only local ghost story and stuff. So we would like to know better about your POV about ghosts or the afterlife. But before that, I would like to know, because this is your second time come here in Malaysia, right? So what do you think about Malaysia?
Well, I thought about the first time I came here, Fan was on about jinn or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
The what?
The jinn.
Shaitan.
Genie, the jinn.
Yeah.
Jinn. Okay.
Jinn.
Yeah, but it's not superstition you guys kind of proper unless it's just Fan who just believes in that. But yeah, it's quite kind of gruesome. There's one where it's the head, and then she's got her guts out.
Yeah. I was showing her pictures of Malaysian ghosts. Yeah, we'll pop it out on the screen.
What ghosts?
Forgot what's it called. Pontianak.
Oh, Pontianak.
There's Pontianak. There's Who's the one? Pocong, the one that's it's just a head and then there's like organs hanging out.
Hantu, I think it's penanggal. Penanggal. Yeah, I think.
Penanggal.
Yeah. So I think the ghosts in Malaysia, I'm not sure about Western people. I mean, they do have, stories, ghost stories and stuff.
We believe that there's a lot to do with religion because briefly when I was asking Amy about it, she said if you don't believe in ghosts, like you probably wouldn't believe all of those things entirely.
But you believe in ghosts?
Not really. Well, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
But I think more my perspective is like time's kind of like relative. So I think it's just kind of like the past leaking into like the present moment. And you just kind of get like, I know, figments of like the past. But it doesn't mean they're a ghost. It's just kind of like stuff leaking through.
Yeah.
So what's your theory about the existence of paranormal things like ghosts and monsters?
I don't think it's real, but
have you encountered any paranormal activities?
A little bit. Back home, I kind of like walk my dog in this abandoned Victorian graveyard. And sometimes like there was this one point where she just started growling at nothing. And we're like, okay, we're not going down that path. So we just walked away. But
actually, that's what we believe in Malaysia. Like when a dog or animals, because we believe that animals can hear what we can't hear. So basically, they can hear all what do you call it?
They've got the sixth sense.
The sixth sense kind of thing. Basically, they see the unseen things for the animals, and we human, we basically have a limited. We have a limit. I mean, in terms of sight and also hearing. But the animals, God gives some extra.
They can see things and they can hear things.
So meaning that your dog see things. So I'm not sure. Maybe she.
So isn't that like enough evidence for supernatural things to exist?
I wouldn't say it's enough evidence. it's a bit of evidence.
Okay.
It's just like, it's not like, oh, ghosts are real. That proves it.
That proves it. So do you think your dog was being delusional?
No, I think she saw something. It wasn't like her to like growl at something. So
And for you, your personal experience, have you encountered any paranormal activities? Like you see stuff?
Poltergeist. You familiar with that?
poltergeist, I know like
Poltergeist.
Who's poltergeist?
Yeah. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist is when things move by itself.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
there's an old kind of British thing that happened. I think it was like in the 70s.
Yeah.
Called the Enfield hauntings. And like these two girls were saying like things were flying around their bedroom and stuff, and like that house is haunted. It's actually near where I live in London, this house. And but apparently they were saying like the girls were faking it or something, but it's just like kind of big
It's just
weird
media.
Yeah, this weird paranormal like ghost story in the UK. But
Have you seen any exorcism?
exorcism.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that.
Actually, I've never seen it.
But people like hire priests to like come in their house and just like perform it.
You've watched it in films, right?
Yeah, but apparently it's like an actual thing. I think it's more of like an American thing.
Some people say it's actually not because of.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we call like the religious people. who come over. Yeah, and then they just get rid of the ghosts.
But some people think it's not actual ghosts or like demons. It's just psychology.
But didn't that happen to you one point?
To me,
Yeah, like didn't your house have to be like exorcised? Yeah, I remember you telling me like last year.
last year,
It's quite recent, isn't it?
what
Yeah,
happened?
you were on about like the house was like
Haunted.
and then you had to get someone to like
And then you smell something bad in your room, and then you spray all the, I don't know,
Oh, that's quite recent. It wasn't last year.
Eymin.
What about last year? What
There
happened
was like
last year?
you lived in a different house and you said like
Oh, like a long time ago.
but like
Is it
wasn't
in UK?
In Malaysia.
in Malaysia.
Oh yeah. That was my old house. Simarigai. A long time ago, the house was haunted. Like I could feel things, I could see things, and
what did you see?
poltergeist. It's always at when you open the door, right? You can see the gaps between the doors, and it's always like as if you can see like a figure of someone, like a small boy or something, hiding behind the door.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you just can't help but to feel like someone's watching, like from outside the window. Like it's just a figure.
Yeah.
And then you hear footsteps and like furniture is moving from the ceiling
Yeah.
in midnight. Things moving, that kind of shit. And then that's when I think that was the one I was telling you
Yeah.
about. The one that my family had to call Ustad. Ustad is a religious person. Wait, how do you define it, Ustad?
It's like the priest.
Someone
Okay.
who's very, very well practiced and familiar with everything.
Religion. Yeah.
Strong religious person.
What did they do? Did they just walk in
I
like?
just recite the Quran.
Okay.
Yeah, the verse from the Quran. I mean, like certain verses in the Quran, they actually like a bullet that can like shoot the ghost.
Triggers.
Yeah.
They can sense things.
Like you've seen, like you see in the movie, like they start reading the Bible and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But we use the Quran at our holy books.
Yeah.
Okay. But are you afraid of ghosts? Like,
Yeah.
would you want to see it?
You're afraid of ghosts.
Oh yeah. Like I don't necessarily.
But you don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah, but like that's what makes it more scary, because if I was to see something, it would just kind of shake my kind of perspective on things. I'd be like, but ghosts aren't real. And then like there's some creepy Victorian boy just like
So right
staring
now,
at
like
me.
50-50, you don't really believe it, or you believe it?
I don't believe it. But if there was like some creepy ghost I encounter in the future,
Yeah.
I'd be proper scared. I'll be like, what the fuck?
You remember we went to Malacca yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And then we went to the abandoned shop lot.
Yeah.
And then you just went straight into the
Abandoned house.
The abandoned house.
Yeah.
And me and Farhan, we would just stay outside. I mean, we were like,
I don't want to get involved.
Yeah, I want to get involved in this. So, but then there's some like, what do you call it? Like a special, not ritual, like special recitation. Like when we go to the abandoned house, or the house is not, the people is not staying in the house. When we go inside the empty house, we have to say, first thing first, we have to give salam.
Oh.
Like assalamu alaikum. So basically the meaning of assalamu alaikum means peace be upon him, peace be upon them. So
Okay.
basically we try to say hi first before we get into the house. That's why I told you yesterday. So you just
I just went in.
So but
My arrogance.
Tourists.
I mean, most of our, I think the culture here, like after we go to somewhere, spooky or somewhere, like graveyard or something. Most Malays believe that after that we have to take shower. So we have to take shower and then just cleanse.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. But I'm not really practicing it. Yeah.
So we were supposed to go back and shower after we go to the haunted
But
house.
for me, it's just you just read something, just read the prayers. That's all. That's all I read. Yeah, it's enough already.
Yeah.
It's just like culture belief. So I'm not so sure about that. Yeah.
Have you ever felt something? Like when you walk into an abandoned house, have you ever felt like something was off? Or like you feel like someone's watching? Or
I went to this like abandoned military base that's like near kind of my hometown. And I felt it was kind of weird there, but they had like old like RAF kind of papers on like the floor, like everything left, but like it was quite creepy. Like I could feel no, I was with my parents.
Okay.
how old were you then?
Oh, it was only about 2 years ago.
Oh,
2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
2-3 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
You felt something.
Yeah, but there was this old like kind of satellite dish that used to be there, like massive, like you could like climb on it. But it was I could like feel like some kind of presence.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
For me, I haven't encountered any paranormal activities, but my sisters, my brother-in-law. So it was Hari Raya, means it's the festive season for Muslims. So all of our siblings go back to my mom's house. And then my brother-in-law, I think it was 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. And then he wanted to take some drinks. So he went to the kitchen. So as he was he approaching the kitchen, so he saw something off because he heard something. He heard someone turn on the TV at the kitchen. So when he went to the inside the kitchen, he saw someone wearing red kebaya. Kebaya means.
I've worn a kebaya, haven't I?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay. Imagine that kebaya in red, watching TV. Yeah.
Just had Family Guy on, just chilling.
Even who wears kebaya in the middle of the night? So he went there, then he went up again. I mean, he didn't drink that night. He was so scared.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then another moment happened to my sister when she went to she wanted to go out, and then she just happened to pass by my little nephew. So and then when they passed by each other, and then my nephew smiled at her. So okay, and then and then she said okay, bye. Okay, and then she went out. And then she saw my nephew inside the car already. And then she asked my nephew, I thought you were inside. But then no, I'm just here. And then who's inside? I don't know. Yeah,
You get it?
Yeah.
It's like they were impersonating someone.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a time slip.
It's a
It doesn't always have to be ghosts.
hello, maybe.
Yeah. Like, why would a
that-
ghost impersonate? Like,
That's
what's the
actually
point?
one of the main things we want to ask you. Like, what would be your theory?
Yeah.
Time slip.
Time slip.
Yeah, time slip.
What do you mean by time slip?
It's just like something that's happened, like maybe in the past or in the future. It's just gotten mixed up in the present. So nephew was meant to be in the car. That something's gone wrong and the time slipped up a bit, and it's just kind of repeated it.
Is it like a glitch?
Theory?
So
How did you know about this theory?
I just thought about it. I was just like,
Just thought about it.
that sounds, I guess, some ways logical,
Sounds
but
logical.
not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you think it has something to do with parallel realities? Or
Just physics.
is it like a glitch, like a wormhole?
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, like
Oppenheimer shit?
like glitch in the Matrix,
A
maybe.
glitch in the
Oh, yeah.
Matrix?
Yeah.
But okay, if that is your stand, and then how do you convince those people who has like traditional thoughts about ghosts, and they don't really believe in those kind of scientific time sleep or whatever,
Yeah.
Oppenheimer shit or whatever.
Oppenheimer.
Like how do you convince them?
I guess you can't really. I think some people are kind of just stuck in their kind of viewpoints.
I
And
mean, do you really believe in them? Like,
yeah, I'm more scientifically inclined than
Really?
paranormal.
okay,
So yeah, I'd say I believe that more than it being like some demon entity. Because there's more backing to that. I mean,
Does it have a lot to do with the fact that you are, what do you call?
agnostic.
Agnostic?
Yeah. So I'm not like there's no God, because I don't know.
You're
Can
open,
you
you're just
define
open to it.
Our Malaysian viewers, what is agnostic?
So it's like when you don't believe in anything, you don't have a religion, but you're open to the idea. So I don't know what happens after I die, but I'm open to it maybe being reincarnation. I'm open to it maybe being nothing.
Okay.
I'm open to any idea, but I don't practice any religion and I don't believe in anything.
Okay.
I'm just interested in different ideas.
Does that mean you, because you're more scientifically inclined for like logical explanations, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean if you're open to certain things like afterlife and stuff, does it mean that there's some way of explaining it logically?
What, so like ghosts, logically?
Like example, like ghosts or like afterlife? Is there like, because you're open to
Any idea?
Yeah.
those things, right?
I was like-
Scientifically.
I was like reading about like how like the energy doesn't go away after you die. Like the consciousness kind of like, where does that go? So I always kind of lean towards like the kind of reincarnation aspect. Like we just get born into a different life. Like there's also like this thing where like I was watching like YouTube videos, like kind of falling down that rabbit hole of like kids that can remember their past lives and they know it so clearly and it freaks me out.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the same thing.
Yeah, and it's like this kid who was like, I think he was like in the plane crash or something.
Do you believe that's true?
You know what? Yeah, yeah. I like because some stuff is so accurate, and I'm just like, yeah, it was so cool.
So, okay, if you accept the idea of reincarnation, like, or any ideas, right? So how about like, I want to ask about, okay, do you know where you started? Like where human started?
Humanity. So like how the universe
How
started.
the universe started.
Oh, I get it. I get what you're trying to ask.
I guess like,
I mean, you know your destination, you will be reincarnated or whatnot.
Yeah.
But
how did it begin? I'd say I'm more scientifically leaning towards like the Big Bang
Big Bang.
because there's evidence, and I guess like with religion, like I don't lean towards that because I like kind of scientific kind of backings and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got like a really weird question, right? Okay, let's say reincarnations, like it's going on. But have you ever wondered, like, if let's say at the starting of human life, there's about 100 people, but then they reproduce and they create more people, like the ones that died. Like, would they run out of bodies
No, I think
to reincarnate?
I think it's just kind of in like limbo for a while. That's why you get like kids that were like born in World War II and then they wake up in like 2001.
Oh, so that if there's not enough humans.
Yeah, it's like the servers are full, like Fortnite servers. You're just waiting. But yeah, I guess something like that.
So there is such thing as like a limbo, like people just like lingering around.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like downloading on like
Would that
the hard drive.
Would that explain ghosts? Like, are they
I guess,
ghosts?
are you saying the limbo is the ghost phase?
Yeah, don't you think so?
Maybe. I don't
Would
know.
that contradict the time slip thing? Or is it like, does it line up?
I don't know.
Back to Big Bang. I would really love to know more about Big Bang Theory because I've seen a lot of videos about Big Bang theories and stuff. I'm not sure that I don't really understand the idea, but seems you're holding that to that idea, and if it's a Big Bang, like if it's real, assume it is real. So basically, the Big Bang, and then you just bang, the whole universe bang, and then
It's not really kind of like a bang. It's more like an expansion.
expansion.
Yeah, it's not like
Explosion.
it's like
It's not
it's like it's kind of still happening. The universe is always expanding.
Yeah.
So yeah,
An ongoing thing.
ongoing.
So basically, how come we as human come out as a perfect design from the Big Bang? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's like boom, and then you just you perfect design as human. So
I would disagree because I think with the Big Bang, that's like, and then it creates a perfect climate, and then a climate for life to form, and water, and then microorganisms. But then the fish grow legs and they get on land, and then we evolve into this perfect kind of thing. But I think with like some religions, let's say Christianity, Adam and Eve, they're just humans straight away.
Yeah.
That's been disproven. Like evolution, you can like see from like skeletons, like it's happened.
So basically, in your idea, we are from monkeys and apes.
Evolution.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
I get it. Yeah.
like a species of ape. It just
I mean, it's different species. Like we human, and that's monkey and ape. Like, how come from animals evolve into human?
well, why do giraffes have long necks?
I don't know. Maybe it's
Because over time, the ones with the longest necks survived because like early giraffe, they'll be like reaching for the trees.
Yeah.
The ones with the longest necks would be able to eat.
yeah.
And the other ones will die out. And the ones with the longest necks and selective breeding, over time, you'll get giraffes with long
They
necks.
just evolve for survival.
Yeah, and then we, as like an ape-like species, would have been like crouched.
Yeah.
But then we learned to stand upright.
Yeah.
And-
much more efficient.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds up, right? Like how we evolved from monkeys, Darwin's theory.
Yeah.
But what about octopuses and squids?
Ooh.
Like
Apparently-
some people say octopuses are aliens.
They say they're like the perfect like design or something.
Perfect design.
Yeah. 'Cause-
Like wouldn't that make octopuses and squids the same, but they're not?
Well, like in like the same.
Like-
I mean, we do share DNA with octopuses. Like we share DNA.
They're
We share DNA with
similar,
pretty
right?
much every kind of life form. I mean, we share like 70% of DNA with a banana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it
you
was on
told me
about that in
once.
the car. And you were like, no way.
Bananas.
Yeah, 70% with bananas.
Like the fruit.
Yeah. We share
Our
DNA.
DNA?
Yeah.
This is against our religion. No.
Okay. I mean, I didn't expect it. Like, maybe, I mean, some of our DNA is coming from, monkeys and stuff.
Yeah.
But we do have DNA, monkeys' DNA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
We share quite close DNA with monkeys.
And rats. Right?
Rats.
Rats.
I mean, we all kind of came from the same. We're all from the earth, so I guess as things evolved, it's gonna splinter,
Yeah.
and then things are
But
gonna
how
have less
about
DNA.
some scientific experiment or scientific proof saying that human are actually, I mean, our DNA, or I think our DNA is from the soil. Have you heard about it?
No.
No? Okay.
That's the Islamic beliefs.
Yeah, it's we believe.
Like we were created.
But yeah, I've seen an article about saying that our DNA also has the soil elements in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me to believe in Darwin's theory, I mean, it's quite, for me, it's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
We can agree to disagree. Because why? I think the Big Bang Theory, all right, whatever you say, yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense though. But there's something that I think there are a lot of loopholes in Big Bang Theory. Like I said, I mean, you, Farhan, me, we are all perfect. We are all like, you have legs. I mean, like in a small DNA, in a small microorganism in our blood, it's created by some.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just like Big Bang and then you just.
Yeah.
Same goes to your phone. Like you have to have a creator in order to make that perfect design, iPhone design or whatever you use.
You know what? I wouldn't say no to that, like, because I think things are just way too good to be true.
Yeah.
Like how we are, and then how like the position of the sun is perfect.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And the moon, it's like how is it so,
Yeah, it's so
it seems
perfect.
so
It's perfect.
designed.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I wouldn't say like no to a creator. Like I definitely think that was true.
So we accept God.
But I'd guess like it's like a creator. I wouldn't say like it was like specific. I'd just say oh it's maybe some random guy. But like I guess you've got like a specific kind of God that you believe in. Like,
Yeah. I mean, we Muslims, we believe in God. God created everything. I mean, from the universe, and then from the tiny ants, from the whatever things, whatever animals. So that's what we believe.
Yeah.
And then
It goes back to our discussion, life after death. I mean, from the point of view as a Muslims, we believe that there is hell and heaven. So whoever do good deeds in this world, so they will go to heaven. So whoever do bad deeds, they will go to hell.
Yeah.
So depending on what kind of deeds that you do in this world, that will determine you to go to your destination, final destination. So I think like if you believe in reincarnation, right? So basically
What happens?
What
What happens
happens,
when everybody dies?
Yeah.
what happens if
What's your
everybody dies?
theory?
Yeah. Like reincarnate, I mean some like Hinduism, like Kova, they believe when they die, then they will reincarnate to become like certain animals or certain things, you know,
Yeah.
depending on your action in this world. So if you're Batman, so you become, you know, pigs
slug.
or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, from your stance, what is your theory about the life after death?
So are you saying like if everyone died, like what are we gonna reincarnate into? Anyway,
Yeah, there's no other living things. What happened?
I think nothing. I think
so you just
Just everyone will be stuck in a limbo
I guess like
forever.
I don't think to your like earliest memory.
Earliest memory.
Yeah. First thing you can remember.
So,
How about you?
I guess I was like in like
did
I was in like a
you did.
you do it. Well, my first memory was like being in a supermarket and I dropped like my like toy on the floor. I just started like going
That's when you gain consciousness.
yeah. And I just remember my mum picking it up and giving it back to me. But if I was to think before then, I can't think. It's nothing. That's what I think kind of death is. It's just it's not that like it's blackness, it's just absolutely nothing. But to be honest, you can't remember when you're born.
Just absolute nothing.
So who's to say you're in a matrix and you've always been alive?
I've always been curious about that. You know, like how do consciousness work? Like how do you just suddenly gain consciousness out of the blue?
I guess it's like when your brain develops to be able to have the capacity.
But why can't machines do that? Like, and because like AI and like machine learnings, right? They've gathered so many information, but they haven't yet to have consciousness. But why does it take so short for human beings to gain consciousness?
I guess because we're biologically kind of flawed. A computer isn't. We've designed it to be efficient.
Do you think it has anything to do with having a soul?
No, I think it's just like we're just flawed and computers.
Do you believe that you have soul in your body?
I guess when I said reincarnation, it is kind of like a soul in a way.
Would it be a soul? Is a soul and consciousness the same thing? Do you think?
I think in some ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some ways, yeah.
Yeah.
So if a machine has consciousness, means they have a soul. Is that true?
If it has free thought and it can form its own opinions, would you
Yeah,
say
but
it's a
so-
living thing?
So do you think if a machine has consciousness and then it dies, do you think it can reincarnate?
But how would the machine die?
Oh, that's a good question.
Battery off.
Battery.
Unplug it.
I think robots can be, I mean, they don't really have that soul that human have. But they can create their own, intelligence, their own some sort of like action behavior.
Yeah, I'd say they're just like a mirror of us in a way, but everything we kind of lack. So we can't process the numbers fast. So it's just they're there to make our lives easier, but they're something we're familiar with in a sense.
The first AI robot to have personality, whatever. What's the name? Sophia.
Yeah.
Sophia, right?
The bald one. Yeah. I mean, she's modelled on humans.
Really?
She looks human, she talks human.
Yeah.
But she doesn't necessarily have a soul that we know of.
Yeah.
But
Do you think it's programmed? Like her reactions to things, like her consciousness, do you think it's programmed?
I think like AI over time has
it's programmed.
Yeah.
It is programmed.
It's just kind of built up over time. So if she knows, it's like, yeah.
If consciousness is programmed, means it's all under our control. The person who programs it, right? It's just how the robot further develops that program. To see. But then
what if they become smart and then they just control themselves? They just
program themselves.
Yeah, they program themselves. Like AI is doing they don't need human to generate anything like wording, those stuff like design, rendering. We just AI pump.
Yeah, like it's gotten so advanced lately. Like, you know those like weird like videos you get, and it's like it makes like a whole like ass film just based on like a prompt. But it looks like a weird 80s VHS like movie. It's like,
I've seen it.
But you wouldn't have had that like a year ago.
I feel like that's gonna be the future.
Like it's just like only gonna get more and more. And like ChatGPT, like so many people use that now.
Yeah.
I mean, we used it like preparing for this.
No, we didn't.
No. But like, it's only going to get bigger and bigger.
That's true.
That's true.
I think there's no point of avoiding it. Like if it does take over the world, it's just a matter of time, right?
Yeah. But I think like with my industry, we were on strike for a while. Like we've just gotten out of it. But there's this contract that we were kind of like fighting for, like in Hollywood, that you can use someone's likeness and use AI and put them in like a film without their consent. So we were like kind of fighting against like, actors' rights.
Okay.
So there was a big actor strike about getting royalties from using your likeness. But it's just like, how would you feel about like someone making a whole film with it looks like you're acting, but you're not actually in the film? Like,
that would be...
That's scary.
Yeah.
That would be robbing my identity, right?
Yeah.
Identity theft.
But like, they can do that with probably like government officials. Like there was this whole like video of Obama.
Like deepfakes.
Yeah, deepfakes. Like Obama like saying something. Like you could manipulate so much like when you look at a video now, you can kind of tell it's fake. It has that uncanniness to it, but it can only get better.
Yeah,
like,
it's just a matter of
imagine
time,
what
right?
they're gonna do. You won't know what's real.
I think in the future, right, anything media like videos or live videos or whatever will be obsolete because it can be hacked or it can be fake. So the only way for you to actually make something official, you have to actually be there. Go back in back in the primitive times.
But you can't trust anything the media says.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
what can you like trust?
Or then again, they might come up with something to kind of counter that problem. Like a new organization or like a enforcer that's specifically for cyber. So any hacks or deepfake technology, everything will be, they will get rid of it. It'll be protected. So maybe I don't know. Could be.
The main reason why, as a Muslims, we believe in heaven and hell because it's gonna shape us in this world. Basically, do the good things. To control human from being absolute monster or whatever. So
basically when we have our destination, our solution, our destination, and then we're gonna be the best of humankind. So hence why we believe in that systems, in the idea of having hell and heaven. So back to your stand again. So does the concept of afterlife from your idea provide comforts, provide happiness in this world?
Well, it provides comfort knowing there's something after, like going to heaven. But I think it's more, like you said, just a comfort because we don't know what happens after death, and we'd rather something be nice.
So like the whole concept of life and death, like heaven and hell, is just to give people like a peace of mind.
Yeah, or make people behave.
Yeah.
So, what do you believe?
Nah.
What do you believe?
I think it does. It does have a huge impact on like how people live their life here in this reality right now. Yeah. Like what they do, whether they want to be a bad person or a good person.
I always think like because I'm not religious, I don't need a religion to be a good person, I guess. Like I don't need a God threatening, if I'm not good, I'll go to hell. I'm just good because innately I think I'm a good person. And I shouldn't do bad things because it's wrong. I don't need a religion telling me that.
Yeah.
But that's just my kind of point of view.
I get it. But how would you define like if it's wrong or right? Is it like following the law?
No, you have empathy. You know.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
I think all humans have that kind of, built-in empathy in us. We know when something's wrong.
Yeah.
Even animals have it, I think.
Yeah.
But like, there are a few things that Western people, they think it's normal for you guys, but for the Muslims, it's absolute not normal. Like for instance, like drinking alcohol, something like that. So basically, Muslims, they are prohibited from drinking that.
Yeah.
And then, those kind of like that behavior, like drinking, and then what else? Lying or anything, any sins, sins. That's how we Muslims, we control ourselves from not doing that.
Yeah.
And then if you drink and then you go to hell, those kind of things. So basically the religion control us from doing those kind of things. Right. But I think the Western people, some Western people, they embrace Islam too. Right. I think London, I think the number of Muslims, they are growing.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like London.
Have you been to the Hyde Park?
Yeah, I think one point I did. Yeah.
They have like the speaker's corner. The speaker's corner. So basically, they debate between atheists, Muslims, Christians, Jews. So in one place. So they have it in YouTube. So you can have a take a look. Have you seen any video? So
No, I didn't know.
It's quite interesting. Like most of the videos that I watch a debate between atheists and Muslims. So I think you better watch it.
Yeah.
So maybe you can get like, more understanding about, because I'm not that in the capacity that I can tell you what's right or wrong, because I'm not that really religious.
Yeah.
But I always, I love to learn. So I question a lot. So I watch that YouTube Speaker's Corner. So basically in between atheists, Muslims, it's quite interesting to watch. So I suggest you to watch it.
Yeah.
Not to shake your belief or whatnot, but it's a good perspective of it's good ideas to learn about other people's idea.
it's kind of cool seeing it from like an agnostic perspective, because I know there's one side and another side and seeing how they differ, and it's just it's like there's no kind of right or wrong. It's just different. It's just different perspective.
Like your preference for your moral compass.
Yeah, and I guess it's like also the way where you're from and how you've grown up. It's just people are just different in their own way, I guess.
Okay.
Wait, so if you were to simplify or summarize your theory on what happens after death, like basically like when you die, this is what's going to happen, and then when the end of the universe and life itself, what's going to happen. So how would you summarize it?
I don't think the universe is going to end. I think the earth will end. I can't really say. I'd just say there was nothing.
There's just absolute nothingness.
There's nothing.
So you don't believe that this world gonna end?
I think the world is going to end. I mean, the sun's going to expand and more get... Well, humans won't be alive by then.
So might be another Big Bang.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say, what's it called? There's another theory where the universe shrinks back on itself, and then it expands again. It's like a cycle.
Okay.
I guess, I'd believe that. Yeah.
I mean, we believe that one day this world's gonna end, and then after the world's gonna end, and then God will get rid of everything, include the universe, and then one day after all this end, then we go to another dimensions or another world. They call it as Padang Mahsyar, basically all human from the Adam and Eve until the last people on earth. So we will gather there, and then we'll get judged by the God, whatever action we do in this world. So at that time, it will determine you whether you go to hell or heaven. Yeah.
Do you think in your religion God loves you?
Yeah. I mean, we start with our recitation, Quran recitation with Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, meaning that in the name of Allah, the most merciful. And then and we also believe that God loves everyone, include the non-believers, the believers. That's why they give the non-believers reach, food. They basically all same, all fair in the eyes of God. But and also we believe that the God also has the right to get mad, basically, because of human. You don't do what I ask you to do. So it's like a balance everything.
So I feel like a God that sends someone to hell doesn't truly love their creation. And I think it's like kind of like,
why?
Because he's sending them to the pits of hell. Like, it's kind of like an abusive relationship in a sense.
He loves you, my child.
But if he's going to send me to hell, but he's like, I love you, but I'm going to make you burn. It sounds like an abusive relationship.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Like, if that was to happen, like, if you had like a boyfriend that was like that, and they would like beat the shit out of you, but he'll still tell you he loves you, but as long as you abide by my rules,
Tough love.
like in that perspective, you'd be like, no, that's horrible, get out. But when it comes to a God, it's different.
Same goes to, I mean, if you use that kind of logic, it goes to the law of the nation, the law of your country. Like if you against the law in your country, you get caught or you get sent into prison.
Yeah.
Same goes to logic with a God. Like God created everything and stuff. He gave you air, he gave you oxygen to breathe, and then they give you food. He give you foods and stuff. So basically, God writes rules and regulations. You just need to follow it. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean, right? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just, I understand it.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels more of an authority figure rather than like a loving father in a way, or mother.
Yeah, but
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, like I said, I'm not in that capacity to, I'm not that really.
I'm actually quite fascinated by like your point of view, like both of you. I mean, of course, I know Amy's point of view because I'm also Muslim.
Yeah, you should.
I've never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But we're not in the right place to kind of like debate on this kind of things because we don't have like a professional.
A religion is like great to have that, sense of someone watching over you.
Yeah.
And you have that moral compass. It's that comfort. How you live your life. I think like, I think it'll be great to be religious because I have that faith and I know something's going to happen after I die. And I wouldn't say religious is wrong at all. I think it's one of the people get a lot of joy in life from it. I just don't necessarily have it.
Yeah, I get it. So basically, when you start asking questions about what happens after death, it's got to be religion.
I think in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because as long as you have moral compass and you're happy and you have that faith, it doesn't matter how the world started or if there's ghosts. You feel like there's a presence with you. And I think that's quite beautiful to have in life. I just don't have it.
So it all comes down to what you believe.
Yeah.
Do you choose to believe?
Yeah.
And in the end, whichever makes you happy.
Yeah. And I think that's a good way to live life.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we end it there?
Yeah. So what time is it?
I think it's been an hour.
Okay.
It's been an hour. I really need to pee.
I think that was good. I think that was good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
So,
did you learn a lot about Islam?
Yeah, it's interesting. I know it's different, but yeah, it was really.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having
and our attempt to convert you.
a Muslim. Wait, this isn't a podcast.
say ashhadu. No, basically,
Okay.
when non-Muslims they want to become Muslims, so basically we have to say that word like testifying that only one God and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the messenger.
Okay.
So basically what I just said just now, I just try to convert you.
Oh no.
Okay.
It's official, guys. I'm Muslim.
Okay, thanks. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Flew all the way from London.
Yeah.
And really appreciate it. And I'm hoping that we will see you again.
Yeah, for sure.
When?
God, about maybe 2 years. 2 years? Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, families come to the UK. You're welcome to come along.
UK as well.
Yeah.
Back to Lincoln and back to London.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll show you around London.
Yeah. We'll probably do another episode probably in London.
Yeah.
Wow.
And our other branch of Mindle Podcast Studio.
Yeah.
Ambitious.
Because we've got a bunch.
We are actually big company.
Subtle plug.
Wait, before we wrap it up, we haven't asked you the question about like your experience and like a brief explanation about how you feel about visiting Malaysia.
Oh, well, I love Malaysia. It's different culture and I guess it's different rules, but it's sunny. It's got loads of shops. It's got great food, even if some's a bit too spicy for me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
The food.
Yeah, but the food's good. I'm just
any
like
language barrier.
But I try my best. Like I say, terima kasih or apa khabar. But yeah.
What would be the highlight of your experience here?
Visiting you.
Okay.
And Malacca, that was cool.
Okay, guys.
If you were to give a message to everyone else, whether or not if it's a good idea to come and visit Malaysia, what would it be?
Come to Malaysia.
Come to Malaysia. Tourism. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys, as we see you
in our next podcast.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's
thanks,
been
Amy, for joining
amazing
us.
doing this episode.
Yeah.
Let us know if you got any more questions or you have ideas for another topic of discussion down in the comment section below.
Hit the like button.
Subscribe.
Us.
If you're interested to learn more about Amy Waite,
Do follow
she's
her.
got Instagram.
Oh, I do.
We're gonna drop her Instagram. Do you want people to check out your Instagram?
Instagram.
Okay, we're gonna drop her Instagram username down here.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for
See you
having
guys
me.
on the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.